So I'm recording this verdict literally a couple of hours after I've just released my Chelsea World Club Cup final video. Go watch that if you haven't already. Little tip for those of you who are looking to get into the old media or just recording industry in general, to make it seem like it's a different day. We're wearing the hat for this video. Mind-blowing stuff! Welcome back to the Premier League verdict. You know, I'm actually going to stick the hood up as well because it's quite cold out here, not gonna lie. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name is Aaron Kelly and welcome back to another episode of the Premier League verdict. I hope you guys have had a good day. It feels good to finally be back after the winter break. It was a long couple of weeks, but we're back and we're ready and raring to go. And if you guys are excited for the end of this season, slap a like on the video and also leave a like. That's the same thing. Shit! I'm not gonna be able to get that back now. Leave a like and subscribe. Those are the two things. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 1k, 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Are we gonna do it? Probably not, but we're gonna try. And also, hashtag Aaron Kelly for Clash. Get it done. My hood fell over, but it's okay. We're gonna make this happen. Let's start off this week's verdict with our green box as usual, and I'm gonna give it to Raheem Sterling. Non-surprisingly, his goals, should I say, the perfect hat-trick at that, helped Manchester City to a 4-0 win at Carrow Road against Norwich City to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League and start to make catching them look like not much of a possibility, unfortunately. As I said, it was the perfect hat-trick. Right foot, left foot, header, and Raheem Sterling is in a team where he's bound to bag a hatful of goals. Phil Foden was also on the score sheet for the champions and seemingly runaway league leaders. And you know, I keep saying this every couple of weeks, and I remember saying it a few times last season as well. This title is very much Manchester City's to lose at this point, and the only team that have any chance of catching them are Liverpool. And to be honest, Jurgen Klopp said in an interview there a couple of days ago that he doesn't see any way for Liverpool to catch Manchester City. Though that isn't a quote, don't quote me on that, but it was in and around that kind of message. He doesn't believe Liverpool have any chance of catching Manchester City, and you'd have to sort of agree with him. At the same time, you look at it, it is 9 points, which is a massive gap at the minute, but Liverpool do have a game in hand, and they still have to play Manchester City again at the Etihad, a game which really they'll have to win at this point. So really, in bygone years, you could have been looking at the title race right now and saying, yeah, Liverpool still do have a genuine chance of catching Manchester City, but Manchester City so often are so perfect nearly all the time, and when they drop points, it's very rare that they do. You have to be able to capitalise. That's when it feels like when you drop points in a run of games, as say for example Chelsea did over the Christmas with the amount of draws that we had, you feel like you've no chance of catching them, and that has proved to be the case for Chelsea. Liverpool can't let that happen. Liverpool need to keep winning. Obviously they did respond with a win today over Burnley thanks to Fabinho's goal, but you want to see Liverpool keep winning because you want to see a title race keep going until the end of the season. If Liverpool do win their game in hand and beat Manchester City, obviously the gap would be 3, which, you know, you're still relying on City to slip up a couple more times before the end of the season, which isn't very likely. But at least if you do that, you give yourself a bit of a fighting chance. And this Liverpool squad are coming into a really good moment at the minute. Salah and Mane coming back from AFCON, Harvey Elliott coming back from injury, Luis Diaz has come in and looked a real good player. He looks like he's hit the ground running straight away. Diogo Jota's banging in the goals as well. It's a good moment for Liverpool at the minute. They need to keep getting results because Manchester City, as they proved once again on Saturday, are just inevitable, and Raheem Sterling was the absolute standout performer. Moving on then to our yellow box of the week, and this is a bit of a weird one, and this I don't see enough people talking about this online at the minute, and it's about Bruno Fernandes in Manchester United's 1-1 draw with Southampton at Old Trafford on Saturday afternoon. Obviously Jadon Sancho gave United the lead before a second half equaliser. A brilliant finish it was by Che Adams. Southampton might feel that they should have got more from the game than a point, but that's neither here nor there. That's not the point we're bringing up in this box. The point is, Bruno Fernandes, I don't know how he's managed to avoid a red card for this incident involving himself and James Ward-Prowse. Take a look if you haven't seen it, because not an awful lot of media are covering it.
I think you need to calm down.
Excuse me? Sorry, but has Bruno Fernandes not just bitch slapped James Ward-Prowse? Like, is that not a red card offence? Like, obviously you get these little bit of tussles here and there within a match, but you very rarely see someone like full on slap someone in the face. And you look at the video again, like, it looks like to me he does make contact. Like, does anybody else have any like input into this? Because for me it looks like Bruno Fernandes has fully just slapped James Ward-Prowse in the face, and the referee is not that far away from it either, and he just hasn't said anything. And in a world where we have VAR at our disposal, why wasn't it used? I mean, we see a lot of this stuff, especially from Bruno Fernandes. Like, he is, like, let's be honest, I'm sorry United fans, but he's a massive whinge bag. But he's not the only one in that squad, and I think that's what's part of like, the larger problem at Manchester United at the minute is the overall attitude within it. But Bruno Fernandes, like, that one baffled me. That had to go in the yellow box. But again, not a good day at the office for Man United, who are obviously top 4 chasing and dropping points where really they feel like they shouldn't have to drop points against the likes of Southampton at home. They've got a game on Tuesday, tomorrow, against Brighton in a must-win game. Obviously, Tottenham dropped points. We'll get into Tottenham in a minute. You know, West Ham dropped points at the hands of Leicester as well. Arsenal didn't play this weekend. I think Arsenal were due to play Chelsea this weekend, but Chelsea were too busy off becoming the best club in the world. But this was a real big chance for Manchester United, and, you know, tomorrow against Brighton will be a big chance as well. But that Bruno Fernandes incident, quite shocking. Quite shocking, not gonna lie. Stinker of the week, we've already mentioned them. It's Tottenham for the second verdict in a row. Tottenham Hotspur are in the stinker box. And this isn't just after the defeat to Wolves today, which was shockingly bad, but this is a culmination of this and the Southampton result during the week, which I didn't talk about. You've just come off the back of bottling a home lead against Southampton. We mentioned Southampton a couple of times in this video. They're on a decent patch of form themselves, in fairness. But you lose the game having been 2-1 up. You go on to lose against Southampton in proper Spursy fashion. I really expected Tottenham to bounce back today. I know Wolves are a good side. Bruno Lage, we've talked about him a lot on this channel. I think he's made a really, really good start to life at Wolves, and he's impressed me more than I thought I was going to be impressed by him. Tottenham, once again, are just incredibly Spursy, and they fuck it, really. Goals from Jimenez and Den Donker, the difference between Tottenham and Wolves at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium today, and it meant that Wolves leapfrogged Tottenham into 7th in the table. And I seen a stat about Antonio Conte, I think is the first time he's lost 3 games on the bounce in the league in like 10 years or something along those lines. Only Tottenham could allow a manager of Antonio Conte's quality to come up with a stat like that. Like, seriously, fair play to Tottenham. And it's not as if they weren't busy in the transfer market either. Like, the likes of Bentancur, Kulusevski came in as well. Like, they were busy enough in the window. Got rid of some deadwood as well, and the likes of Dele Alli was moved on. Like, I haven't seen the Den Donker goal yet because I was watching the earlier game that was on Sky Sports, the Newcastle game. But I was on Twitter and I did see the Raul Jimenez goal. Like, what the fuck is Hugo Lloris doing for that first goal? I mean, literally, the first shot comes in, probably should do better, but then he has a second chance, punches it into the path of Raul Jimenez, who finishes it really well, you have to say. But like, what was he doing? We're talking about a World Cup winning goalkeeper here. One of the most experienced heads in that Tottenham dressing room, and he's going around making mistakes like that. And now I heard the Den Donker goal was Tottenham being the architects of their own downfall again. Like, it's just typical Tottenham. They shoot themselves in the foot time and time and time again. Very Spursy. Stinker of the week, ladies and gentlemen. And we are done. That is where I'm going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. It feels good to be back on the verdict. If you guys disagree with any of the choices for the box this week, as usual, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I read every comment. As I said at the beginning of the video, like the video and then like it again. Actually, don't do that because then you won't be liking the video. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you later.